Just wanted to pull a couple of cards just to get my head in the game for this video, because it is all about self-care. Cut the cords of doubt. This video, I'm just going to talk a little bit just to get myself comfortable and into the vibe of today. I've had my wood burning, I've set my crystals above my head, I'm feeling very centered, ready to share with you my thoughts on today's video. So 2020 was the year of uncertainty for everybody, and we were in such a hurry to get it over and done with and out of the way. And rightly so. It was crazy. What I noticed towards the end of the year was a real surge of everybody setting their goals and their milestones. How are they going to crush 2021? It's going to be the year of abundance, entrepreneurship, and yeah, I was included in that. However, it got me thinking, you know, have we really stopped to evaluate the last 12 months of exactly what it is that we've been through? We have been through so much. We have had rapid and unforgiving deaths across the world. People have lost jobs. People have been furloughed. Many families have been devastated financially by the pandemic. Mothers giving birth without partners, mothers losing children and dealing with that. Obviously, the strain of homeschooling. And if you want to see how I got on, please click the link above. We've had to deal with loneliness, and all while in isolation. I mean, we've dealt with the impossible, and I tell you what, if that's not messed up, then Jesus, I don't know what is. So are we healed yet? No, we're not, because there's more of it to come. I want to make sure that we have the contingencies in place to make sure we're prepared for it mentally and emotionally, that we can just take it and deal with it and then move on. Right now, there needs to be some serious healing. As if the response to the global pandemic isn't enough, we have to deal with the societal pressures that are forced among us to show that we are busy and that we are working on everything. We're spinning all these plates. So our list of responsibilities and to-dos are providing this illusion of success, you know, because we can't just be seen to be doing nothing, because no one else is just doing nothing. We're all busy, trying to reach our goals and reach our milestones and hit those targets. Pressure. And I wonder if this pride is trumps the exhaustion that we're feeling. It's like, I can handle all the lemons that life throws at me. Throw them, come on, I am the chief lemonade drinker. Yeah, I got this. We have to be mindful of what we are putting our energy into. Are they passionate goals that are making us happy and are fulfilling us and are going to benefit us down the long run? Or are we churning away at discouraged tasks? And I think those are probably what we're confusing ourselves with, being busy and successful. Striking off those things that we're not so happy about, but they need to get done. How do you make self-care a priority when you already have so many things to do and on your plate for the day? The perfect analogy is if you're thinking about when you're on an airplane and we are told, in case of emergency, please put your own mask on first before helping other people. And I think that's very, very useful. How do we help other people when we're not right ourselves? We're just giving and leaving ourselves with nothing. And it's not being selfish, it's being mindful of you are the priority over those that need us, our children, your partner, your significant other, your friends, family, colleagues. You need to be in a place of happiness before you deal out for anybody else. we can all give charity, but we can't just give. But I don't need to tell you all how to suck eggs. If you're like me, you are busy and you're feeling exhausted and you might be feeling a tad bit guilty along the way, I can't tell you what you need to do in your case, only you know that. Or I can share with you the tips that help me feel as though I am looking after myself. So number one, take responsibility for yourself. You're responsible for making your life go the way that you need it to. No one else, only you. And when you're ready, you'll know when that moment is. And that's when you take charge of getting yourself firing on all those cylinders, getting your pep up. You've got to do the little things that get you excited. Make a list. What things make you smile? What things make you happy? You're going to have to try and incorporate those into a routine, into your schedule. Stop waiting around for the perfect moment. I'm so guilty of that. I was always waiting around for when this happened, or when the children were this age, or when the summer was coming, or when this happened. But really, now that I can look back, I realize what I was waiting for was to feel settled and content, and for the time felt right. My body just told me, right, okay, you need to start your YouTube channel. You need to start exercising. You need to stop moping. You need to put out your ass and get on with it. You need to start thinking about your children and what are you going to do for your children's future. And so that is when I realized that I had to make these moves. Now, regardless of how people were telling me the things I needed to do and what I should be doing and the encouragement that people were giving, and it's always the case, isn't it? You have friends who you know, G you up, and parents who, you know, have pride and who have every belief in you, but really it's down to you and to when you are feeling right. You've got to jump off the edge at some point to do it. You've got to test the water. You've got to do it messy. You've got to be rough around the edges before you can even start to think about if it's the right thing or not. The edge of evolution is messy, okay? And I'm a perfectionist. I'm sure a lot of us are perfectionists. We want to wait for everything to be right. I've got my mask on. I'm ready to go is what I'm trying to say. So number two, schedule the time. Now, I know the whole point of this video is that we're supposed to be super busy here. However, what I've found works is tagging things onto tasks that I'm already doing, for instance. And we all know you can clean the shower when you're having a shower or a bath. You can do your exercise while you're doing the housework. You know, some people might want to use, you know, hoovering or sweeping or that kind of thing. So for me, my day starts with some mindfulness and some light, quick meditation, and that is when I'm doing my coffee. So when I make my coffee in the mornings, it's dark in the kitchen, I'm grinding up those coffee beans, I'm smelling that aroma, I'm thinking about how I want my day to go, I'm thinking about the joy that I want to have happen in that day. And that's the moment when I take stock of how I'm feeling. So also, you've got to think, self-care should not add to your exhaustion. You should not think, oh, I've got to go and do this, I've got to go and work out. You sneak it in where you can to fool yourself. I am a morning person. That's when I find more joy and stimulation. I feel more awake. I feel more vibrant and awake, and once I've done my exercise, I feel ready for the day. I also have an app. It will give me an affirmation for the day, and actually it always seems to be quite perfect in that moment of what it is that I'm affirming to. Also, because it can read my blood pressure if I need to take time to breathe, or if it gives me a stress related affirmation. But definitely they are words of encouragement and boosting my confidence, and it's just that little cheerleader on my wrist throughout the day, just, you know, egging me on and pushing me through, and I find it really helps. Number three, listen to your body. Your body will tell you exactly what it needs. Do you need food? Go and eat something. Do you need sleep? Well, try and get a little rest in somewhere. Put your feet up. Take a minute just to stop. Do you need connection with friends, family? Pick up the phone, do some FaceTime. Do you need intimacy? You know, having a cuddle with that significant other. Because we get so caught up in our days that, you know, we've got to remember to take the time to connect and to touch and feel that vibe and that zing, that electricity between each other. Do you need stimulation? Do you want to read a book? Do you want to draw something? Do you want to go outside and take some pictures? So I'm teaching myself how to sew, and it's been a couple of years in the making now. Obviously, with my lifestyle and with work and the commitments, it hasn't always been easy. I haven't always had the time to go and cut a pattern and to get behind the machine and do a good old session. But you know, it's not something that I'm going to stop doing, because it's something that I enjoy and it keeps me happy, and it is something that I hope to further. I think also remembering who I am, and for me it's in music. I love to listen to music, I love to dance, and you know, I will try and get in those beats whenever I can. So obviously on my run is the first opportunity. Obviously at home I get Alexa to play me whatever I need. I think there's a lot of you out there that can agree that music is life. Those vibrations, those powerful memories, they really take you somewhere, don't they? Number 4, practicing gratitude, celebrating those little wins, small achievements. You know, we're so caught up, I'm guilty, of thinking that we have to celebrate these huge milestones, when in fact, even just getting out of bed for most people is a big deal, you know? How do we go about that? I think it's necessary to somehow document all of the little things that you've done in a day, and then you can look back at them in the evening on your phone. Just write it out on notes. Did my hair in a nice ponytail. Don't know how I'm going to do that again. That was by chance. Didn't shout at the kids today. That was great. When I feel happy, I am a believer that I manifest even more reasons to be happy, because it just keeps rolling, it just keeps coming in. If you think about ways that you're happy, then you can only have happiness come back. If you think about ways to be sad and miserable, then guess what? It's about quality, not quantity. Okay, it's about those small achievements that make the biggest results. Self-care takes work. It takes practice. It's not easy. And it can be messy and it can be hard, but it's needed. We need to heal. Our bodies need to recover. Our minds need stimulation. Our souls need feeding. All of those things that keep us alive. This year is not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. For most of us out here who are sticking to rules and regulations and who haven't been able to see friends and families, or been traveling or gone anywhere, or done the usual things that we like to do when we weren't under a lockdown or in a pandemic. We've got more of the same shit to come this year. Okay, so let's focus on loving ourselves within our bubbles, within our communities, within our villages. We're looking for those effective small moments of joy to keep us tinkering along until it's all safe for us to go outside and play again. That said, how do you practice self-care? What's the hardest thing for you introducing self-care into your schedule? What priorities are taking over your own priority for happiness? And you may not get it in every day, but try for every week. Communicate what it is you want to do. Let your significant others know. Let your parents know. Let your community know. And if you need a hand, reach out and just start small, and then come back and plan the next moment. Self-care is a must. We all need it in life, okay? You have to make the time to make you happy. Self-care is crucial for our mental, our physical, and our emotional well-being, and is absolutely essential for our daily happiness. Okay, so get out there and get yourself happy, and then come back and let me know when you've done that. Okay, but I hope you have a good week. I hope it's full of love. I hope it's full of wonder and excitement. Don't forget to like, leave me a comment, let's talk, and also if you haven't already, subscribe. See you next time. Namaste.